Now, your brain is naturally thinking, dude, why are you covering She-Hulk? Like, I get it, you probably went through the list and what's coming out this week, and you're like, oh, you'll review a Batman comic on Tuesday, and you'll cover a Marvel book, and you pick She-Hulk. Is it because it's the only number one? Well, mainly that, and two, that I want to do some preparation, because there's, in X amount of months' time, that there's going to be a TV show on this character on Disney Plus. So I was like, hey, I want to do some preparation. I want to understand at least the concept of the character, get an understanding of who she is, her personality, what is Jennifer Walters like in her comic counterpart. So when I see the MCU counterpart, there's at least I have some knowledge of the character. And it was fun, and I kind of had fun doing that when I did WandaVision, because during WandaVision I was winging House of M and Visions and the Vision series and all that kind of stuff. So I found that kind of fun. So I was like, hey, well, I do this for She-Hulk, a character that I don't know much of. I know, probably general information on the character, but nothing deep dive. I know about the breaking the fourth wall thing, and might guess they stopped doing the breaking the wall thing because that's mostly Deadpool's thing. But I know that she's green. Obviously, she's the Hulk. I know her connection to Bruce Banner, as she is Bruce Banner's cousin, and her having a blood transfusion type way that making her into She-Hulk, her turning green. And the one thing I was a little confused reading this what do we call it, new series or relaunch of She-Hulk, and that is, I always had the understanding that the difference between Bruce Banner turning into the Hulk and Jennifer Walters turning into She-Hulk is that Bruce is Jekyll Hyde. He turns into the Hulk, while Jennifer's kind of stuck as She-Hulk. She's stuck being green. While this, she is not doing that. At the beginning of it, it turns out, okay, she's starting a new life. The events of whatever happened in the past, but it's a clean slate, and that is, she's starting her life. She's trying her hardest to go to this job, but then a villain or at least a person that Jennifer mostly fights, and she's like, no, I'm not doing that. Come on, like, stop it and all that. And then she turns into She-Hulk because she's like, look, this is the only suit I have, and I'm like, she's like fighting this person in her underwear because she's like, look, I do not want to wear my best suit. And then she turns green. She turns into She-Hulk, and I'm like, wait, I thought her whole thing that she stays green, and I thought there was a little bit of that. But here's the thing: the issue itself for a beginners, as hey, this is who Jennifer Walker is. This is what she's dealing with right now. I enjoyed it. I liked it. I mean, the opening part, outside of like her, I thought, okay, this is your like action moment. This is like, it's a super comic, and probably at the beginning you want to show what the character's like, fighting wise. So I thought, okay, this is fine. It's not bad, horrible. I like the concept of, hey, this villain, Mary. I don't know the concept of it, but this villain Mary, that the person she's fighting, is very on the whole thing of like, I just like fighting you, and Jennifer's like, actually, I like fighting you too. Why don't we just meet at one certain spot? Why can't we just meet a certain spot and just wail each other for the next for half an hour and just fight until one of us is like, time out, because I know you can keep my punches and vice versa. So, and to the point when that happens, it kind of turns into like a friendly sexy type a friendship where it's like, is that really the only suit you have? I can easily get a new one. I'm like, wow, this is going to be an interesting way to go. She's late for her job, so because of that, and we have a sense of meeting her boss. Her boss is very like sweat, like, do not thank me. We are, we have to share a part-time assistant, and we have this and X, Y, and Z. And that it's basically about her life, trying to, whatever happened, this is like, okay, this is where I'm staying, because Ross has Ross has a cameo in this, a little short scene in this. Her having, this is the place she's staying, this is her job, it basically feels like, before we have the story going, this is generally what her life is right now. And as it is, it's pretty well put together. I like the hilarity that, she has with, Janet, with Wasp. I assume the character who showed up died in a certain event, and because I haven't really kept up, and they, let's say that no one dies in comics, the big, like, we next month, we next issue, situation, and, I like, and here's the thing, I enjoyed it, that's the thing, I enjoyed it. I guess my criticism probably, or more my critique of the story so far, will probably kick in issue 2. And if anyone wants to give me a little bit of a recap in the comments of like, hey, this is what roughly has happened to the character. Actually, the last time I saw She-Hulk was Empire, and she was like, She-Hulk wasn't She-Hulk, she was just Hulk. She was like the new Hulk. So that's the last time I saw her. But they kind of do give you a recap that, give you the origin story, give you that she was an Avenger, she was part of the Fantastic Four, and then she's now going back being solo. But yeah, I liked it. I liked the art. I really do like the covers of this. So yeah, it's nothing much to talk about in this issue, but for beginners and for me who knows little of the character, not bad with the